Jin Chan's skills. Let's have a look, shall we? Passive protects Jin Chan, reduces damage by 45% after a single damage exceeds 10% max HP. So just from looking at Jin Chan's passive, he is a big counter to a lot of single burst damage type heroes. Second part of the passive is during charge time of skill 3, so his ultimate. The above passive will be shared to all allies in range to protect them. Skill 3, which I'll go into a bit later, it actually has 2 phases. Your first active, as soon as you activate it, this passive will take effect, but there is a range around him. The range is quite large. Use the first active if you want to protect your teammates, start a fight, or a fight is about to start. Quite a massive benefit. I think this passive will make Jin Chan a very good pick against a lot of best heavy single target junglers or mid laners like Daji. Skill 1, throw a cursed band toward the first nearby enemy, which follows and confines the enemy within the range of the band. So major points of skill 1 is it confines the enemy within the range of the band. So as soon as you chuck it on, they can still dash, but they can't dash past that band. It's a good escape option or just to limit their movement. Second part of skill 1 is a passive during when you activate the first part of skill 3 again. Enemies within the curse band will also have a 50% slow inflicted upon them. This takes effect during the whole active time of skill 3. So you can use skill 1 before or after or during skill 3 to get this 50% slow, which is quite big. Skill 2. Release 9 rings to form a magic ring circle, which causes spell damage. If an enemy is inside the magic circle, 1 ring activates at a time to inflict spell damage. If all 9 rings are activated, high spell damage will explode upon all targets inside. So skill 2 is continuous damage. If an enemy is within the magic circle, over time, pretty much every half a second, each ring will start to activate and cause damage. Up to 9, and then if all 9 activates, huge spell damage will explode inside the magic ring. There is 2 interactions with this skill 2. The first one, it has an interaction with skill 1, where any enemy or minion that is in the cursed band of skill 1, skill 2 will track and follow into that band. So it doesn't matter wherever you place skill 2, if skill 1 is active, it will follow the enemy with the skill 1 on. Second interaction is lane minions and jungle camps are attracted to the magic circle of skill 2 and will go towards the center. Skill 2 has a passive for skill 3's active also, which the attack frequency of the magic circle is greatly increased. So pretty much the rings activate much faster around when skill 3 is active. So skill 2 is your main damage skill. You want all 9 rings to activate to get additional damage, and you can use skill 2 in combination with skill 1 so it tracks the enemy, so you don't really need to aim. So remember, skill 3 has 2 actives. Your first active, as soon as you activate it, Jin Chan's basic attacks and skills inflict damage stacked to mark and increase the final damage of skill 3's active burst shot. That is the second active of skill 3. Activating skill 3 again consumes all stacks and unleashes a large beam in the specified direction, active 2. So the base damage of this large beam is 450 spell damage. Each stack of mark increases the damage by 8%, up to a total of 10 stacks, which is 80% extra damage. So the basic combo of Jin Chan is 3, then 1, 2, and then use 3 again. But use 3 after it's stacked up to 10 marks. So Jin Chan is one of the easier heroes that has been released in previous seasons. The biggest limitation with Jin Chan I can see is his range. I think his skill 1 and 2, the range is a bit too short for someone that can't dash and get in. So if he is left alone and he can do whatever you want, because your skills are always guaranteed, there's not much technical ability to it, you're always going to get your damage in. But the biggest factor is if he can actually get it. So I'll be interested in seeing where he actually ranks up in the tier list after a few days to a week. It really does feel like he could be overpowered, but he does have his limitations. And that is all for today's skill video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you tomorrow for another hero skill video. See you in the next one.